What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this new album from D. Smith called XIII, Far From Here. Now, D. Smith is a rapper who's coming out of Joliet, Illinois, and if you want to find out more about him and check out his music, you can just take a look at the information box down below. There's all kinds of links there. You can peep him on Spotify and other platforms, so make sure you give this and his other work a listen. But as for this project right here, what you're in for mostly is a lot of spacey synth production. I didn't hear anything here that was overly unique, experimental, or interesting as far as pushing hip-hop boundaries forward, but even still, there is a nice beat selection on here, so you are going to get some nice bangers as well as some cool wavy cuts. I even thought the song Thanks for Nothing was kind of dope, despite me not usually being into that playful cloud rap sound. It's just catchy, infectious, he pulled it off well, so that's something that I do appreciate about him as an artist. He does come through with some versatility, not just with his rap styles, but also with the beats that he's picking. But I do want to talk about the beats that I like the best on here. So we have Daylight Freestyle. This one is just bouncy and nocturnal, so it's perfect for if you just want to drive around under the city lights. You got I Can't Explain It, where we're getting this sort of sultry, romantic vibe. I swear to God, I thought Barry White was going to come on this motherfucker and start crooning. That's how smooth and lovey-dovey it is, so that joint was great. And even though I don't like the auto-croon hook on Make It Back, this is just an all-out banger that really matches well with D. Smith's style. I think he has a great ear for beats, and he certainly knows how to pick beats that match with his style in order to come through with the best effort. So there are plenty of great moments on here. I mentioned one lovey-dovey joint already, but another one that I thought was really dope is Skylines. This just has a very smooth production on it. You're getting a lot of nice keys on here, as well as some female vocals on it. So again, while there isn't much on here that really sets D. Smith apart as far as being a unique artist with his beats, as well as with his rapping, which I will get into in a minute, he still pulls it off really well. Like, the shit really sounds good, and there is some content that I'm going to break down as we go through this. But mostly what you are going to get with this is a lot of the typical trash talking, some braggy shit. A couple times I heard him talking about getting the bag, making the bag, stealing bitches, all that sort of stuff. So those moments do lend to the genericism of this project. When you're getting these more simple synthy beats, as well as some of this content that isn't overly engaging, there might be some moments where you're not really interested, but sonically it still sounds good, which is half the battle, so that's cool. But I really think it just seems like he's trying to find himself as an artist more, and that's something that will really help him move forward. When he can have a bit more of a unique sound that sets himself apart and maybe flesh his content out more, I think it's really going to help him go a long ways. But even still, man, I'm just talking about tracks, for example, like Watch Yourself and Jealous. These ones were kind of generic. They still bang, they work for their purpose, but they're not really memorable, and you've probably heard some tracks that sound like that before. But to get into some of the deeper content, I thought Blame was pretty good because we are getting a little bit of storytelling here. He's just being very vivid about the blame game that can be played when a relationship goes wrong, so that was cool. Then on Save Yourself, we're getting these themes of fighting for survival and just trying to make the best of your life and do what you can. At least that's what I took from it. But the song that really stuck out to me as far as content goes is Angels. This one, he's coming through with some very thoughtful reflections on fatherhood as well as neighborhood violence, and just how as a father you're trying to raise your son to be the best man he can be. You don't want to see him turn to violence or turn to guns or get caught up in that shit, and yet you can't raise him just to be a sucker who's going to get out here, going to be out here getting pushed around or treated poorly. So that's what I took from these songs. I mean, you might take something different when you listen to them. I don't know if that's exactly the messages he was trying to say. I mean, I can just give you my opinion whenever I review. That's how it goes. But I thought it was really dope how he put these songs together, and they were some of the ones that stand out. So ultimately, I thought this was a pretty dope project. Like, I don't have a lot of gripes with this. I think it sounds great. He knows exactly what he's doing with the lane he's in, and he does have a pretty nice flow as well. I think he's very aggressive with it. At times, he even kind of reminds me of Meek Mill, just the way that his voice cracks, just that same type of inflection, but not to say that he's screaming like Meek is. I'm just saying it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. But even still, I'm going to go with a 3.5 out of 5 here, man, because I was pretty happy with this one. You are getting a little bit of content that helps keep things interesting. The beats are great. He's rapping his ass off. But in order for me to go higher, I just want to see him flesh the content out a little bit more. You know what I mean? Maybe find a way to stick out from the crowd a bit by telling more personal stories, maybe messing with some other sounds that are a bit more unique. Although I do have to point out that beat on Angels was cool because it was sort of wavy and atmospheric, so it was different from the other ones. But yeah, man, that's what I think. I think this is a pretty dope project. You guys let me know in the comment section what you think. I hope you check this one out. Make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.